Mouskin's Mystery by Edna Miller. There are firefly lights in a summer woods that wink and blink in the dark. There are mushrooms that light the forest floor and shine with a cool, steady glow. Some mushrooms that grow on rotting wood give out a ghostly light. When animals brush this living light, their coats will gleam. But Mousekin didn't know this. Lightning had struck Mousekin's hollow tree home while he was away in the storm. Now all that was left was the trunk of the tree. It glowed bright red inside. The heat of the dying embers made Mousekin jump away, and the heavy smoke that filled the air made his silky whiskers tremble. Mousekin darted into the woods to find some other shelter from owls and furry creatures who hunt for mice at night. While he stopped for a moment to poke through leaves for a mouse-sized opening, he heard a grunting sound. Mousekin spun around to see something moving through the trees in the dark and misty woods. It ambled slowly toward him. It glowed with a pale blue light. Mousekin scrambled to the top of a tree and hid amongst its branches. From his high, safe perch, he peeked to see a ghostly bear below him, gleaming in the dark. The creature growled softly, then wandered away, back into a thicket of trees. As Mousekin sniffed the air for smoke and peered about for fire, another creature with an eerie glow glided by him in the dark. He watched the flying squirrel disappear in branches below. Its shining underbody lit the trunk of the tree where it landed. Mousekin tightened his hold on the branch when a fox padded silently by. Only its head and its long bushy tail glistened in the night. Mousekin shuddered when he heard yaps and squeals below. The ghostly fox with its shining head sent a creature up into the tree. A young raccoon with a glowing mass saw Mousekin race to the ground. Mousekin ran as fast as he could from the haunted place in the forest. He ran through the woods till morning light touched the tops of the trees. Too tired to find a safer bed, he crept under a bit of moss. Curling up into a furry ball, he slept till the sun was high. It isn't safe for a white-footed mouse to be awake in the day, but Mousekin was hungry when he awoke. There were berries and seeds nearby. As he nibbled and gnawed, he heard a grunt. He had heard that sound before. Mousekin crouched and looked to see a bear rolling about in a hollow log. It grunted and growled with pleasure as it scratched its shaggy back. The bear didn't glow in the daylight. When the bear wandered off, there were others that came to visit the hollow log. A fox leaped in and spun about to catch a tiny shrew. The fox didn't glow in the daylight. A raccoon pawed through the rotting wood for things that creep and crawl. The raccoon didn't glow in the daylight. At twilight, a flying squirrel landed in the middle of the log. It searched for acorns in a litter of leaves. The squirrel didn't glow in the twilight. When the squirrel scampered away and the forest grew still, Mousekin hid near the fallen log and slept till evening came. As the sky grew darker and darker, a mysterious light lit the woods. Mousekin awakened with a start. Before him was the moss-covered log. It was bathed in a brilliant blue light. There was no smoke. There was no heat. As when lightning had struck his home, Mousekin crept close to the fallen log. Its glow was as cool as firefly light. While Mousekin circled the shining log, a young owl swooped for its prey. The white fox-footed mouse was quick to dive inside the fallen tree. He burrowed deep within its spongy layers. In every crack and crevice there were threads of living light, glowing mushroom feeders that live on rotting wood. Mousekin waited till it was safe to peek around outside. As Mousekin raced to a sturdy oak tree, the frightened young owl flew away. He had never seen a white-footed mouse gleam in the dark before. On a branch of a tree near a snug new home, Mousekin cleaned his furry coat. The tasteless, scentless mushroom glow was quick to disappear. Mousekin knew now that there were no ghosts prowling about in the forest. There were only natural living lights that blink or glow in the dark.